Welcome to Financial Freedom Audiobooks. In today's world, money plays a pivotal role in shaping our lives, influencing our choices, and determining the future we'll create. But have you ever wondered what lies behind our financial decisions? Why do we make certain choices with money? How do our emotions and psychology impact our relationship with wealth? In this audiobook, we'll explore the psychology of money, a deep dive into the emotional and psychological factors that drive financial behaviors. Whether you're on your journey toward financial freedom or just curious about how money affects us all, this audiobook will help you understand the underlying forces at play. We're so excited to have you here. If you enjoy this content, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The more subscribers we get, the more content we can upload, bringing you even more valuable financial insights. Your support helps us continue this journey toward financial literacy and freedom. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and let's unlock the secrets of wealth together. Chapter 1. Introduction: The psychology of money. Money is more than just a medium of exchange. It is deeply embedded in our lives and influences our thoughts, decisions, and even our perception of success. In this chapter, we will take a closer look at the psychology of money and understand why money is more than just a tool. We live in a world that is permeated by money. It affects not only our daily lives, but also shapes our identity and behavior. Money is a social construct that gives us freedom while simultaneously creating conflict with our inner beliefs. The question is, how do we perceive money? And why do we often make illogical or even irrational decisions when it comes to handling our finances? In the following chapters, we will dive into the various psychological, cultural, and emotional factors that shape our financial behaviors. From our first understanding of money as children to the deep-seated beliefs that guide our actions, we will explore the significance of money in our lives and the impact this perception has on our financial futures. Chapter 2. The origins of money perception. The perception of money begins in childhood. Our early encounters with money are often tied to concrete experiences and lessons. We learn that money can buy things, but also that it must be earned. The way we experience money as children forms the foundation for our later relationship with it. A child who grows up in a household where money is frequently discussed, whether through budgeting or financial concerns, may develop a stronger awareness of the value of money. Conversely, a child who grows up in a household with either abundance or a lack of focus on money may develop a more relaxed attitude toward it. How these early experiences influence our behavior later in life is key. An adult who learned in childhood that money is hard to come by may later tend to be overly frugal or develop anxiety around money. On the other hand, someone who grew up in a wealthier environment might take a more risk-tolerant approach, as they may not feel the same level of fear regarding loss. Chapter 3. Money and emotions: How feelings shape our decisions. There is an interesting theory in the psychology of money that suggests that money often carries an emotional meaning that goes far beyond its utilitarian value. Money evokes emotions, and these emotions determine how we manage our finances. The strongest emotions that influence our financial behavior include fear, greed, and guilt. Fear is one of the most common emotions tied to money. The fear of going broke or living in poverty can lead people to save excessively or avoid investing. Individuals with a deep fear of loss may choose secure, lower-return options and avoid risky financial decisions. Greed is the opposite emotion. It can cause people to make irrational decisions in an attempt to acquire wealth quickly. This is particularly true in speculative financial decisions, where the desire for rapid wealth often leads to an overestimation of one's abilities and a disregard for risks. Greed can tempt us to invest in high-risk ventures or waste money in order to achieve a sense of power and success. Guilt and shame are also emotions that play a significant role in finance. When people fall into financial hardship or accumulate debt, they often feel guilty or ashamed to admit their situation. These emotions often result in individuals hiding their problems or avoiding seeking help, which can exacerbate financial pressures. An open confrontation of one's financial situation is often the first step towards solving the problem. Chapter 4. Behavioral Patterns and Financial Decisions: The Influence of Irrational Behavior in the Psychology of Money. Behavioral economics plays a crucial role. This field studies why we often act irrationally when it comes to money. Traditional economic theory assumes that we make rational decisions based on logical thinking and maximizing utility. However, the reality often paints a different picture. One phenomenon commonly seen in the financial world is loss aversion. This concept suggests that we psychologically weigh losses more heavily than equivalent gains. For example, losing $100 feels much worse than gaining $100 would feel. This tendency to feel losses more intensely leads people to be risk-averse and to make decisions that are not in their best long-term interest. Another example of irrational decision-making is the overconfidence bias. Many people believe they can understand the market or make the best financial decisions, even though they may lack sufficient information or expertise. This leads to people engaging in risky investments or underestimating the risks involved. Chapter 5. The Handling of Wealth and Poverty: Psychological and Cultural Perspectives. Wealth and money also have profound social and cultural dimensions. How we perceive wealth and poverty influences not only our behavior, but also our self-perception and status in society. In many cultures, wealth is viewed as a symbol of success, leading people to equate their financial status with their life's worth. This connection between money and identity can cause people to put pressure on themselves to continually earn more in order to be socially accepted. On the other hand, people living in poverty often experience the stigma of being a failure in society. In many cases, poverty is not only a financial issue, but also a psychological one. It can bring about feelings of shame and inadequacy, which can severely affect one's self-esteem. This negative perception of poverty only strengthens the vicious cycle, as those in poverty may feel incapable of overcoming their financial difficulties. The psychological significance of money is also shaped by the social context. People living in societies where wealth is widespread develop a different relationship with money than those living in lower-income societies. Money in affluent societies may be seen as a symbol of success and power, while in poorer societies, it is often seen as a means of survival and fulfilling basic needs. Chapter 6. The Influence of Society and Media on Our Financial Behavior. Societal and media influences play a massive role in shaping how we perceive money and the decisions we make. Advertising, social media, and films shape our understanding of what we can achieve with money and what we should be able to afford. These external influences can have both positive and negative impacts on our financial decisions. The media often portrays a life of abundance, promoting the idea that money is the key to happiness and success. Advertising platforms and social media influencers have a significant impact on consumer behavior and purchasing decisions. This has led to a culture of constant consumption and the pursuit of status symbols that often have little to do with actual needs. Chapter 7. Conclusion: Reframing our relationship with money. Ultimately, understanding the psychology of money can help us make better financial decisions. Recognizing the emotional triggers, irrational patterns, and cultural influences that shape our relationship with money is the first step toward regaining control over our financial future. By becoming more aware of these psychological factors, we can approach our financial decisions with greater clarity, making choices that align with our long-term goals and values rather than temporary emotional impulses. We must also recognize that our relationship with money is not just about accumulating wealth, but about how money impacts our sense of security, success, and happiness. Reframing our beliefs and emotions surrounding money can help us make decisions that are not only financially sound, but also aligned with our overall well-being. Chapter 8. Money and Relationships. The unspoken influence money has a profound impact on our relationships, and often, the way we approach finances is rooted in our upbringing and psychological views. It can either strengthen or strain relationships, whether they're romantic, familial, or friendships. In romantic relationships, money is one of the leading causes of stress and conflict. Partners often have different views on spending, saving, and budgeting, and these differences can lead to misunderstandings and resentment. Financial disagreements can become so ingrained that they overshadow other aspects of the relationship, ultimately leading to breakups or divorce in extreme cases. Money plays a different role in familial relationships. Parents often want the best for their children, which can mean investing in their education, sports activities, or other experiences. However, parents' financial habits, whether good or bad, can impact the children's future approach to money. Children learn by observing their parents, and the family's attitude toward money often becomes ingrained in them. Some families view money as a tool for creating stability and security, while others may view it more casually or as a means to achieve social status. In friendships, money can cause tension when there is an imbalance in financial status. If one friend consistently lends money or makes more extravagant purchases, it can create a power dynamic that may strain the friendship. Similarly, borrowing money from friends can lead to feelings of discomfort or resentment, especially when the repayment is delayed. Chapter 9. Financial Independence. The psychological drive to secure freedom. Financial independence is the ultimate goal for many people. It is often seen as a way to escape from the daily grind of working for a paycheck and to create a life of freedom. The desire for financial independence can be driven by a variety of psychological factors, including the desire for autonomy, the fear of poverty, or the aspiration for social status. People who seek financial independence often focus on saving and investing wisely to create passive income streams that will eventually allow them to live without relying on a traditional job. The psychological drive for financial independence is connected to the need for control over one's life and the desire to be free from financial stress. However, this pursuit can also be accompanied by its own challenges. Some people may become so focused on accumulating wealth that they neglect their relationships, health, and happiness. The fear of failure, or the belief that they can never have enough money, can become an obstacle to achieving true financial independence. Chapter 10. The Power of Generosity. The psychology behind giving. Generosity is a powerful concept in the psychology of money. While people are often focused on accumulating wealth for themselves, giving can provide a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Studies have shown that acts of generosity, whether through donations, helping others, or investing in the community, are linked to greater happiness and well-being. The psychology behind generosity is that giving to others activates the brain's reward system. When we help others, we experience an emotional high that boosts our mood and provides a sense of meaning. This phenomenon is often referred to as the helper's high. Generosity can also improve relationships and enhance social connections. People who give to others, whether in the form of time, money, or resources, are often seen as trustworthy and empathetic. These traits foster positive relationships, and the act of giving can strengthen social bonds, making us feel more connected to those around us. Chapter 11. The Long-Term Perspective. Building wealth and mental resilience. One of the most powerful mindsets when it comes to managing money is the ability to think long-term. The tendency for instant gratification has been shown to be a major driver of poor financial decisions. Whether it's overspending on luxury items or failing to invest for the future, short-term thinking can prevent individuals from achieving long-term financial security. Building wealth over time requires patience, discipline, and mental resilience. People who approach money with a long-term mindset are able to weather financial ups and downs more effectively because they understand that wealth creation is a marathon, not a sprint. These individuals focus on consistent saving, investing wisely, and avoiding impulsive decisions. Financial resilience is also linked to mental resilience. When you develop the ability to handle financial setbacks, you become better equipped to handle life's challenges. People with strong mental resilience are more likely to stay calm in times of financial crisis, and their steady decision-making leads to better financial outcomes in the long run. Chapter 12. The Impact of Social Media, a New Era of Financial Influence in the Modern Age. Social media has transformed the way we perceive money, success, and wealth. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube often portray an idealized version of wealth, with influencers showing off lavish lifestyles, expensive cars, and exotic vacations. These portrayals can distort the reality of money, as they rarely focus on the hard work, sacrifices, or behind-the-scenes realities of attaining wealth. The constant exposure to idealized images of wealth can lead to a variety of psychological issues, including social comparison, jealousy, and a false sense of financial pressure. People may feel the need to keep up with their peers, spending money they don't have in an attempt to present an image of success. This is often referred to as lifestyle inflation, a phenomenon in which people spend more money as their income increases in order to match their social circle's perceived standards. Social media also perpetuates the culture of instant gratification, where people seek quick rewards and visible success. However, real financial growth and stability take time, effort, and often years of smart decision-making. The challenge is to block out external noise and focus on your own financial goals, free from the influence of other people's curated images. Chapter 13. The Future of Money, Navigating Change and Uncertainty. The future of money is a topic that has become increasingly relevant in the digital age. With the rise of cryptocurrencies, digital wallets, and online banking, the way we think about money is rapidly evolving. The future of money will be shaped by technology, globalization, and changing social norms. Cryptocurrency, for example, is often hailed as the future of money due to its decentralized nature and the potential for disrupting traditional financial systems. For many, it represents a form of financial freedom, free from the control of central banks or governments. However, the volatility of cryptocurrencies, coupled with regulatory uncertainty, means that they come with risks. Technology will continue to drive changes in how we manage money. Digital payment platforms like PayPal, Venmo, and Apple Pay have already transformed the way we pay for goods and services, and these technologies are only becoming more prevalent. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, it's essential to stay informed about how new technologies can impact our finances. However, the fundamental psychology of money will remain largely unchanged. People will still make decisions based on fear, greed, security, and identity. As we move forward into the future, understanding the psychological aspects of money will be more important than ever as we navigate the intersection of technology and human behavior. Chapter 14. Conclusion: The journey toward financial wellness. The journey toward financial wellness is deeply personal and shaped by our psychological, cultural, and emotional experiences. Our relationship with money is not just about accumulating wealth. It's about understanding our emotions, values, and behaviors around it. By exploring the psychology of money, we can gain insights into why we make certain financial decisions, how we can improve our financial habits, and how we can ultimately create a healthier relationship with money. The lessons learned from the psychology of money are not just about achieving financial success. They're about achieving peace of mind, emotional well-being, and a sense of security. Understanding money is not just an intellectual exercise. It's a journey that involves personal growth, reflection, and transformation. Embrace the journey and take charge of your financial future.